the Bermuda Triangle, a name that sends shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned sailors, a place of legend, a place of mystery, a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, a place where the compass spins and reason flees. Instruments fail and navigation becomes a perilous endeavor. It is a watery grave for countless souls lost to time and tide. Ships and planes vanish without a trace, swallowed by the abyss. Here in the heart of the Atlantic, reality itself seems to warp and twist. The laws of physics appear to bend, creating an eerie sense of disorientation. For centuries, sailors have whispered tales of sudden storms, strange lights, and ships vanishing without a trace. These stories are not mere folklore, but accounts passed down through generations. Their stories, passed down through generations, paint a chilling portrait of a place where the natural world collides with the unknown. The journals are filled with eerie illustrations and cryptic notes, hinting at the terror experienced by those who dared to venture into these waters. The Bermuda Triangle is a place where the veil between our world and something beyond seems to thin. It is a realm where the unexplained becomes the norm, and the ordinary rules of nature no longer apply. The blurred figure on the shoreline stands as a sentinel, a reminder of the mysteries that lie just beyond our understanding. In the twilight hours of a sweltering summer night, a lone cargo ship, the SS Ventura, sailed into the heart of the Bermuda Triangle. The sky was a deep indigo, with stars barely visible through the thick, humid air. The ship's engines hummed steadily, a stark contrast to the eerie silence that enveloped the vast ocean around them. The crew, unaware of the danger that lurked beneath the waves, went about their duties. They laughed and chatted, their voices carrying over the still water. Little did they know, the tranquility of the night was a deceptive veil, hiding the mysteries and perils that lay ahead. The air hung heavy with humidity, and the sea lay eerily calm. It was as if the ocean itself was holding its breath, waiting for something to happen. The oppressive heat and stillness created an almost supernatural atmosphere, making the crew feel as though they were being watched by unseen eyes. Captain James Riley, a seasoned sailor with years of experience, scanned the horizon. His eyes, sharp and vigilant, searched for any signs of trouble. He had navigated these waters many times before, but tonight felt different. There was an unsettling tension in the air, a sense of foreboding that he couldn't shake off. The Ventura was making its way through the Sargasso Sea, a region known for its thick seaweed and unpredictable currents. The seaweed clung to the ship's hull, slowing their progress and making navigation difficult. The crew had to be extra vigilant, constantly adjusting their course to avoid getting entangled in the dense vegetation. Despite the unsettling stillness of the night, Riley felt a growing unease. His instincts, honed by years at sea, told him that something was not right. He couldn't pinpoint the source of his anxiety, but the feeling of impending doom was palpable. The crew, sensing their captain's unease, began to feel the weight of the night pressing down on them, as if the very air was charged with an unseen menace. As the night deepened, a strange mist began to roll in, blanketing the Ventura in an ethereal shroud. The mist seemed almost alive, swirling and shifting with an eerie grace, casting long, ghostly shadows across the deck. The ship, usually a beacon of strength and stability, now felt like a ghost ship adrift in a sea of uncertainty. The hairs on the back of Riley's neck stood on end as he heard a faint whispering carried on the wind. It was as if the mist itself was trying to communicate, to share secrets long forgotten. The whispers were barely audible, like the soft rustling of leaves, yet they carried a weight that made Riley's heart race. It was a chorus of voices, soft and indistinct, yet undeniably human. They seemed to come from all directions, surrounding him, enveloping him in a cocoon of sound. Each voice was different, some pleading, some warning, others simply murmuring unintelligible words. It was as if the very air was alive with the echoes of the past. He shook his head, attributing the sounds to the fatigue of a long journey. After all, they had been at sea for weeks, and the mind could play tricks when one was exhausted. He tried to convince himself that it was just his imagination, that the whispers were nothing more than the product of a tired mind. Yet as the whispers grew louder, he couldn't shake off the feeling that something was terribly wrong. The voices seemed to be growing more insistent, more urgent, as if they were trying to convey a message that Riley couldn't quite grasp. His unease grew with each passing moment, a gnawing sensation in the pit of his stomach. He ordered the crew to double-check the ship's instruments, but everything seemed to be in working order. The dials and gauges showed no signs of malfunction, and the ship's course remained steady. Yet the whispers persisted, growing ever more intense, as if they were trying to warn the crew of an impending danger. Riley knew he couldn't ignore them any longer. He had to find out what was causing the whispers, and more importantly, what they were trying to tell him. Without warning, the sea beneath the Ventura began to churn violently. The ship lurched violently from side to side, its once sturdy hull tossed about like a toy boat in a bathtub. Riley gripped the railing for dear life, his knuckles white with strain. Then, as quickly as it had begun, the storm subsided. The mist dissipated, revealing a clear sky and a calm sea. But the Ventura was gone, vanished without a trace, swallowed whole by the depths of the Bermuda Triangle. The disappearance of the Ventura sent shockwaves through the maritime community. Search parties scoured the area for weeks, but no wreckage was ever found. The ship and its crew had simply vanished, swallowed whole by the vastness of the Atlantic. The story of the Ventura became another chilling chapter in the legend of the Bermuda Triangle. A stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of the sea and the mysteries that lie hidden beneath its surface. December 5, 1945. 5 U.S. Navy Avenger torpedo bombers, known as Flight 19, took off from Fort Lauderdale on a routine training mission. The skies were clear, the sun was shining, and the experienced pilots were in high spirits. Leading the squadron was Lieutenant Charles Taylor, a veteran pilot with thousands of flying hours under his belt. As Flight 19 soared over the Atlantic, a series of strange and inexplicable events began to unfold. Section 7. Lost Transmission. Taylor's voice crackled over the radio, his tone laced with confusion and a hint of fear. He reported that his compasses were malfunctioning, spinning wildly, and that the familiar landmarks they were supposed to be flying over seemed to have vanished. His words were met with static and confusion from the control tower. "We are entering white water," Taylor's voice said, his words growing increasingly frantic. "Nothing seems right. We don't know where we are. The water is different." Then silence. Section 8. Searching for answers. A massive search and rescue operation was launched, but no trace of Flight 19 was ever found. The planes, along with their 14 crewmen, had vanished into thin air. The disappearance of Flight 19 sent shockwaves through the nation and added fuel to the already growing legend of the Bermuda Triangle. Theories abounded, ranging from magnetic anomalies to alien abductions. But the truth, like the missing planes and their crews, remained elusive. The mystery of Flight 19 continues to baffle investigators to this day. Section 9. The Unsolvable Enigma. The Bermuda Triangle remains an enigma, a place where the laws of physics and reason seem to bend and break. Is it simply a dangerous stretch of ocean prone to sudden storms and treacherous currents, or is there something more at play? The stories of the SS Ventura and Flight 19 are just two of countless tales of unexplained disappearances and strange phenomena associated with this infamous stretch of sea. Section 10. Beyond the Horizon. The Bermuda Triangle stands as a stark reminder of the vastness and power of the natural world. It is a place where the known meets the unknown, where reality blurs with legend. And as long as ships continue to sail and planes continue to fly over its mysterious waters, the legend of the Bermuda Triangle will continue to endure. A chilling reminder that there are still forces in this world that we do not fully understand.